It's the worst feeling for anyone running a website. You get a visitor, they're there for maybe 2 seconds, and then you just see that mouse start to drift up to the corner.
And poof, they're gone. All that effort, that attention just evaporates.
It's basically digital waste, which brings us to our deep dive today. We're looking at a system called the Exit Traffic Network, or ETN.
Created by Frank Salinas.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of sources, his own technical stuff, and a really interesting review called Silent Leverage.
And the claim is huge. Salinas says he can take that exact moment, that click to leave, and turn it into a new beginning.
Right. So the mission today is to figure out, is this really traffic recycling? Or is it just another version of those annoying pop-ups we all hate?
Okay, so let's get right into the mechanics, because my experience with an exit pop is usually, wait, don't go, here's 10% off. It's trying to keep me on that site.
Exactly. That's retention. This is different. ETN is a network. It's not on your personal blog. It's installed on bigger advertising platforms.
Like the sources mentioned, My Traffic Partners.
My Traffic Partners, 150 Mailer, sites like that. So when a user on one of those sites goes to close the tab, the system detects that movement.
It reads the intent to leave.
It reads the intent. But instead of begging them to stay, it just redirects the entire tab to a members link.
So my website could literally appear in front of someone the second they were leaving a totally different site.
That's the idea. The sources call it turning a decision to leave into a new arrival.
But there's a big catch here looking at the specs. A hardware limitation.
A huge one. This is pretty much a desktop-only game.
Because phones don't have a mouse cursor.
Precisely. You can't track that mouse velocity on a touchscreen. You don't know someone's closing the browser tab until it's already gone. So yes, Salinas is clear. You're looking at maybe 75 to 90% desktop traffic.
That makes sense. Okay, I want to switch gears to the feel of this thing. Because that Silent Leverage review used a metaphor that I thought was perfect.
The ceiling fan.
The ceiling fan. Or a power strip behind your desk. It sounds so boring.
And that's exactly why the reviewers seemed to like it. They called it an unsexy utility.
Right. Most ad tools promise, explosive results and fireworks.
And this is the opposite. The argument is that most advertising is really high maintenance. You're always in there tweaking bids, changing keywords. ETN is meant to be passive. You just set it up and it runs.
It's a set and forget kind of layer.
Yeah, you forget it's even on.
Which brings up the cost. The pricing model felt a little off to me, almost suspicious.
It's very unusual for today. No monthly subscription.
Right. In a world where my toothbrush has a subscription, a one-time payment seems like a red flag.
The reviewer felt the same way. It's something like $17 for 3 months or $51 for a whole year.
Okay.
But it fits that utility model. You're not paying for a service so much as buying a block of time on the network.
And there's another way in, right? For people who don't just want to pay cash, this whole multiplier thing.
This is the gamified part, the barter economy. You can contribute your own traffic to the network.
How does that work?
So if you install the code on your site, for every 3 people who exit your pages and get sent into the network,
Sure.
you get 2 visitors sent back to your link.
So I give 3, I get 2.
For life. That's the promise.
Wait, where does the third one go?
Yeah, it goes to the network bank. That's how the system pays for itself and provides traffic for the people who just paid cash.
Nah.
It's a 3-for-2 deal.
I have to play devil's advocate here, though. We're talking about people who were actively hitting the X button. I mean, they were done. Isn't this just junk traffic?
That is the big reality check.
Yeah.
And the sources are really blunt about it. These are distracted humans. Their attention span is almost 0.
So you can't send them to some long, complicated article.
Absolutely not. In fact, there's a hard rule, a speed limit.
What is it?
Your page has to load in 2 seconds or less. If it doesn't, you're just wasting the click.
Wow.
The reviewer said the ETN is great because it exposes weaknesses in your own marketing. If your page is slow or your headline is boring, this traffic will prove it to you instantly.
So it actually forces you to be more efficient.
It forces you to be fast
Yeah.
and clear.
Yeah.
You have to grab them in that split second
Yeah.
because they were already on their way out.
So if we pull this all together, ETN is not your primary marketing plan. It's not going to replace your main campaigns.
No, not at all. Think of it more like a safety net or the bucket you place under a leaky pipe. It's just there to catch the clicks that would otherwise be completely lost.
It's a secondary layer, that quiet power strip humming behind the desk.
Exactly. It just reframes what a closed tab even means. It's not necessarily an ending,
It could be a redirect.
which leaves us with a bigger question for you to think about.
What's that?
Well, if we could build a whole system to monetize the simple act of leaving a website, turning digital waste into an asset.
Hmm.
What other waste products from our online behavior are we just completely ignoring right now? What else are we throwing away that's actually valuable?
Something to think about the next time you go to close a browser tab. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.